listening to the Business Leadership Podcast with Edwin Frondozo.
I do have a vision. I want to transfer the mere transaction into a shopping journey, exciting, exploring with the customer together. And then that's the technology behind it to support that vision to be realized. So as long as the team believes in, the team committed in, and then we believe that that's going to be fulfilled in the future very shortly.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, biz leaders. Welcome to another episode of the Business Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Frondozo, and today we're featuring a special episode from our future Narrator mini-series recorded live at the Collision Conference in Toronto, Canada. In this series, we explore the future of leadership, innovation, and storytelling with visionary leaders who are not just designing products, but are creating entire new worlds and markets. Joining me today is my friend, Dr. Paul Newton, and together we'll be speaking with Alyson Zhang. Alyson is a trailblazer in the e-commerce domain, serving as the co-founder and COO of Shoplazza. In our conversation, Alyson will share how Shoplazza offers an omni-channel commerce solution aimed at helping small businesses streamline their operations both online and offline. We'll dive into the benefits of Shoplazza's SaaS-based platform, the importance of AI and data analytics, and Alyson's vision for a future where shopping is a personalized and engaging journey. So without further ado, here we go. We're now speaking to Alyson Zhang, co-founder and CEO of Shoplazza. How are you doing today?
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking the time and stopping to speak with us today. I'm just going to jump right in, Alyson. Can you share what problem is Shoplazza solving for small business?
We offer a omni-channel commerce solution, meaning offline, online altogether. For smaller business, you've got limited human resources, but using our SaaS-based commerce solution, you don't have to have a huge lump sum software investment upfront, but you can go as you go. So meaning if you're small, you have a 3 chain store, you can subvert to the smaller the amount of the plan. And if you're going to enterprise, you've got 10 more stores, then you sign up for a higher price plan to suit your business. To me, is where enable smaller business to expand faster, and also not only online, but offline altogether.
So what does that look like for those who are listening and maybe want to learn more about what type of business, or if they have the right business that they should be looking at Shoplazza? Like, who are the typical customers that are looking to you as a solution?
Sure. So for example, if you're a store owner with 3 chain stores and then you're looking to expand your business, but you can't afford to have another retail because it's very expensive with all the costs and then for the physical store, then you are looking to multi-channel, meaning online marketplaces, Amazon, Walmart, Targets, for example, or you want to go up for your own online store, for example, Alyson.com, selling your stylist accessories, then where the best partner you can find. So not only by managing your offline inventory, we can actually leverage on that inventory for affording online customers as well. So now, if you are having a currently business, want to expand to online, normally you're going to spend a lot of money on Oracle, on NetSuite, but we're offering 1/10 of the price for you to be able to manage your inventory and your mobility, transparent and consistent level.
I see. So just reiterating what I'm hearing, if I'm an owner with multiple locations, I may or may not have an inventory software management, but whether I do or not, Shoplazza will allow me as the owner to leverage online my own online store, connecting to marketplaces like Amazon and eBay, this all-in-one platform.
Exactly.
Which is, to me, if I was an owner and I had this, it seems like it's like a no-brainer if that's the way and very convenient, 100%.
Yeah.
So what are you finding in the challenges is communicating this to some of these owners who might be overwhelmed with all the solutions that are out there?
If someone is already in the retail business with a chain store, a couple of stores actually, I would say, they would feel that challenge already. So what happened in the current status is You have multi-store for sure. You have your inventory management system actually coordinate from your store to warehouses, but then that system doesn't speak between store to
Each
store,
other, yeah.
and also doesn't speak to online and offline, which means you can actually overstock all the time. And then you want to mobilize your inventory, and then you want to use the least money, but then to get the most of the price, right? So that's how we help them. So to me, the challenge is not really they don't see the value of our solution, but just need to know our name more frequently. Like
I see.
Shoplazza is the one to help you to do omni-channel commerce solution.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, this is from my experience, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, even for myself, sometimes when I hear the word omni-channel and I'm not so tech focused,
True,
I may not even know what omni-channel means. And then it's really understanding, because people who are in the grounds, as from the small business owners that I know, they're very focused and they're very good at their business. But once people start talking about social media, marketing, Amazon, it just goes over their head. So I just find that even for some of my business and the partners I work with, it's always like, how do we talk their language?
You're right. So probably I should use multi-channel, multiple sales channel. That's more common to them, and also marketplaces. Walmart,
Marketplaces, yes.
Amazon, eBay. That's all they're familiar with.
We're sitting here at Collision. I'm curious how you see AI, artificial intelligence, revolutionizing e-commerce now.
It's all about data. Previously, for retail, the data is dead. I call that it's not live. You have the data, but you do analytics, that's all. But you don't link the data to real time. So now with AI, the data become alive and also can self-learning by themselves. Especially when I say sales management, it's all about cost effectiveness. When you see certain products are selling very well, you're going to order more. But for certain product which doesn't meet the nowadays, you can actually reduce that consumption of that one. So that one in the past is all back data. They have to lapse basically 3 months in a year time. You got to realize, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have ordered out for the future. But however, you've ordered from the factory. The supply chain is pre-order. You don't order when you are needed, right? You order pre at the time. So the real time, the data will give you the ability, again, the fund become more available. You have more cash to invest, and also you're gonna reduce the cost on unnecessary products as well. So to me, for the inventory perspective, it's really saving money for the company. They can last longer, they can survive, they can actually expand quicker. And then in terms of the customer interactions, I'm a store owner and I see 100 customers. That's my best loyalty customer. I can't know more because I'm a human.
That's it,
I'm
yeah.
limited to the data, to the person I see. But nowadays, with everything online, you're going to see them by segmentations. They become visualized through data perspective. And then you're going to see thousands and millions of customers to your company. And then you can segment them and give them what they need. We call that targeted or personalized marketing available through AI. And then it could self-generate. It could self-learning. That gives you the capacity of doing more things.
Selling more things, understanding what's not popular.
Exactly.
And forecasting, I'm sure,
Exactly.
even quicker as well. Thank you for sharing that. Aside from AI, and you have a lot of insight when it comes to e-commerce, multi-channel marketing, retail shops, what other major disruptions are you seeing that are shaping the industry?
I would say the personalized recommendations. Previously, for retail, you have to know by your brain, the memory of what the customer likes. So he's got married, he's got pregnant, and then you got to sell different things to different person personality, different status. But now everything online, it becomes at your snap, the fingertip. You click on a certain button and they give you the personalized recommendation to each of the visitors to your store, even online or offline. So to me, is you expand your vision to wider spectrum and give you all the possibility you couldn't do by one person. We call that the working power has changed.
In the personalization, that I assume is also, there's going to be relationships to what they're buying, their state, but it's also leveraging some AI as well to understand that, but not necessarily, right? There's a lot of relationships between some products. Is that right?
So what happens actually by knowing, for example, if you're visiting online, and then the data will show which page you've landed, how long you've stayed, whether you've scored down from the beginning to the end or you just left. So those data will teach the machine whether you actually like the product or you're not. And then when you have your product added to your cart, not yet actually checked out, they're going to see what's related products might be suited for you. For example, like ladies, we bought a pair of sandals, and then they think, oh, it's summertime. Do you need a sunscreen? Do you need a straw hat? Do you need a beach bag? So those things will be added to the consumer's webpage. And then they probably see, oh, yeah, I need it. they didn't realize what they need, and then they click on that one. That increases the purchase order value very easily.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm curious, from your point of view, Alison, what does the future landscape of e-commerce look like?
I would say for the consumer perspective, like customers, you can buy anything from anywhere and then return it to anywhere as well. So I think that's the beauty of omni-channel sales. Because nowadays, for example, if you buy something from a certain store, you have to go to that store to return it. But what if you're visiting that country just or the region just for a short period of time? You can't drive back or fly back,
Yeah.
but then you just don't need it anymore. You don't like it. So with that, we call that virtually centrally managed inventory system and also the CRM system. So your data would be actually synced to all the other stores as well. So say we're in Toronto, would bought something, I don't like it. I go to Vancouver, I got it, they returned easily, nice, easy and done. But now not every store can do this. They don't have your profile. They can't doing the transaction successfully. So for the future, it will be very free to shop and very free to return. That's one thing. Another thing is what you buy and what you've been recommended will be very personalized. So I will be introduced to what I like. I don't want to be people telling me, I don't drink, for example, and I don't want people to sell me wines because it's not what I like. People are going to sell me, let's say, yoga, jogging pants. I like those stuff to be introduced to myself. I call that unwanted item to be presented to you. So that make your shopping experience very comfortable and very pleasant. Another thing is to embrace the new VR, that virtual augmented reality. We have those glasses produced by Meta. The shopping experience is going to be immersed. You can try it. We have merchants who are having 3D trial for their glasses, for their shoes. So before you buy glasses and very pleasant, you can try on your face first.
Yeah.
Whether the size fits you, whether the color fits you, whether that's the style you wanted. That becomes available very easy as well.
It's always so great to try things on in store so you know what it looks like. And I just imagine with these meta glasses or even just virtualizing and being able to really visualize myself within a product or driving a product or whatnot. But I know we're not selling cars yet on this platform, but it's really cool. Alison, I guess from the business leadership standpoint, we talk to always business leaders, see what always excited for what they're building. But I'm curious, what are your biggest challenges that you're currently facing?
I would say I want to get my employee excited as I do. And I do have a vision. I want to transfer the mere transaction into a shopping with the customer together. And then that's the technology behind it to support that vision to be realized. But I guess not everyone would be able to agree on or imagine the same thing and together. But we're trying to have lots of the communication, collaborations, the workshops, etc., to continue to communicate our vision into the employee, into the team. Because we all know no one man can make that work, right? It's all the teamwork. So as long as the team believes in the team commits, and we believe that's going to be fulfilled in the future very shortly.
Since you're mentioning the vision and the challenge of motivating, inspiring your team, whether it's internally, externally, stakeholders, what is the vision of the future you're building?
In one sentence, we're trying to transfer the mere transaction activity into an exciting journey for consumers to explore, to feel, and then making the retail smarter. So as I mentioned earlier, how you can virtualize everything, how you can feel like buy and then return freely, and then how you would be recommended what you like, not something you unwanted. That's our vision. So your shopping becomes your personal journey instead of unwanted stuff, those unsolicited promotions.
Yeah. So a question from me, and I'm going to pass it over to Paul after. So the vision of creating this personalized journey or transforming the journey, the shopping journey, what happens in the world of these shoppers when this vision is realized?
I would say they buy what they see, or they see what they buy. They see that they want it and then they can buy it, and then they can experience it. Yeah.
And you were mentioning, I guess maybe it was around inventory or what have you, but you said something about it's like it can be 10 times cheaper to utilize Shoplazza to, what was that you were talking about right there?
So that's traditionally for the POS. This is actually the retail operation system, it's called. And then they talk to the warehouses and the stores. But for store to store, it's not communicating that smoothly, meaning the store will be limited to their own availability, or they can only order from the warehouses. Other store might have availability. Every business owner will be looking at how long a product is sitting in my store, in my warehouse. They want to mobilize that product as fast as possible. That's how the money will get generated. So if you want to get that to the stage of talking to each other, be between store to store, you're going to spend more money on Oracle, on NetSuite, that kind of a classic legacy ERP system. That's very expensive. They designed it for real enterprise. You have Nike, for example, and then you're using that part. But for small business, they also need that one. They want to mobilize their product. They want to mobilize their inventory, not want to sitting in one store being overstocked for a long time, and actually the other store has been over ordering from the center warehouses.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying by using us, you're experiencing that ERP solution, but then paying for 1/10 of the money.
Okay. Wow. So it's a new category of experience.
Definitely. And also for traditional ERP, what they do, as I mentioned, store to store, they're all physical. Whether it's warehouses or store, they're all physical. But now, it's not only physical. Marketplaces, online stores, social commerce, the TikTok shop and the Instagram shop, they're all coming. But that system is not designed for the modern world yet. They're still serving very well for the traditional business for sure. But they're just not having that, I call that add-on to the modern world. But we are having that already. So for business want to explore more, not even store to store, but online, and then including social commerce, we're the right one for them.
Congratulations on that. And yeah, there's really a new category emerging here in terms of like new problems emerging, and you're stepping in with a vision to solve for them.
Yes, absolutely.
Alyson, I got a final question for you before we let you go. I'd love it if you could share any final thoughts, advice, maybe any recommendations to the founder, executive, or business leader who may be listening today.
I would say believe it and then continue, continue try it. We've had up and down all the time, but then as long as you believe in it, you can actually commit to that and then stay on.
I love that, Alyson. Thank you for joining us on the Business Leadership Podcast.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome.
That's it, Biz Leaders. Thanks for joining me on this special episode of the Business Leadership Podcast, part of our Future Narrator mini-series recorded at the Collision Conference in Toronto, Canada. It's been an inspiring conversation with Alyson Zhang, exploring her journey in e-commerce and her visionary outlook for the future of shopping. For links to all the resources we discuss, to connect with Alyson, and to learn more about the Future Narrator project, please check the show notes in the app that you're listening to now. And by the way, if you're interested in reading more about Alyson and other leaders we profiled at Collision, join the waitlist for our upcoming book. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share it with the first person who comes to mind that could benefit and who will be grateful from hearing from you. Your support helps us grow and bring you more great content. Thanks again for tuning in and being a part of this community. Until next time, have a 100x day.